Duncan Robinson is heading to Detroit, but this move isn't just about basketball. It's about pressure, doubt, resilience, and the razor's edge that's fueled a career built on silence, criticism, and the constant question, am I good enough? Now, with a fresh contract and a new challenge, Robinson isn't just chasing wins, he's embracing the grind that got him here. So hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA deep dives, and let's talk about why Detroit's newest shooter might just be their most important voice. Duncan Robinson's story is one of constant internal war, a battle between success and self-doubt. Even after nearly a decade in the league, after starting in the NBA Finals, after signing over $100 million in contracts, Robinson still wakes up wondering if he's done enough, if he is enough. And the wild thing? He likes it that way. This is what he calls the razor's edge, that thin line between confidence and fear. It's uncomfortable, but it's where he thrives. It's what pushed him from undrafted in 2018 to starting for the Miami Heat on the biggest stage in the world. While most players crave security, Robinson embraces uncertainty, because for him, comfort means complacency, and complacency is death. Now, Robinson brings that mindset to a new team, the Detroit Pistons. It's a young squad, hungry and trying to shake off years of rebuilding. Their average age? 24.6. Their playoff experience? Minimal. Enter Duncan. At 31, he's the second oldest player on the roster behind Tobias Harris. And while his sharpshooting is still elite, nearly 40% from three over 423 games, it's what's between the ears that makes him special to Detroit. He's not coming in to be the star. He's coming in to be the example. A locker room leader. A voice that says, I've been where you are. I've been overlooked. I've been benched. I've been counted out. And I'm still here. Robinson's connection to anxiety goes all the way back to high school. Inconsistent playing time. Doubts about his future. The kind of stuff that sinks careers before they even start. And yet, that feeling never left. Not after 72 starts in 2020-21. Not after outplaying expectations for years. Not after Miami invested heavily in his development. He said it best. I sort of feel my superpower has existed in that space of, I haven't really achieved anything yet. That humility is rare in the NBA. But for Robinson, it's not an act. It's survival. Because no matter what the box score says, he still hears that little voice, the one that says, you've got more to prove. At one point, Duncan Robinson was the underdog. Now, he's the veteran with a $48 million deal. He's the finals experienced guy, expected to mentor. He's not chasing the dream anymore. He's living it. But that shift hasn't been easy. When the public perception changed, when people started calling him overpaid or questioning his playoff minutes, Robinson had to recalibrate. He had to separate who he was from what people said. Because like he said, we see and hear things around us all the time. But I'm not defined by being an underdog. I'm not defined by being overpaid. I'm defined by what I show up and do every single day. That mindset, that's leadership. And that's exactly what the Pistons need. Duncan Robinson knows the league inside and out. He's been the last man on the bench. He's been the go-to shooter. He's been taken out of rotations. He's started playoff games in the bubble and taken tough losses in the conference finals. And that's what makes him dangerous in this next chapter. Because now, he's stepping into a role once filled by guys like Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, and Andre Iguodala, leaders he once leaned on. Now, he gets to be that guy. For players like Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, Oscar Thompson. He's not just here to knock down shots. He's here to steady the ship. Share the wisdom. Keep the locker room focused when things inevitably go sideways. Robinson said it himself. When I think of a city like Detroit, I think of resilience. And if there's one word to describe his career, it's that. This is a player who's built his game and his identity on getting back up, on learning from setbacks, on being told no and then showing why it should have been yes. He sees himself in the city, a place that's seen the highest highs and lowest lows and still refuses to stay down. That's why this partnership feels right. Robinson doesn't want easy. He doesn't want guarantees. He wants the climb. So what does Duncan Robinson bring to Detroit? Yes, he brings shooting. Yes, he brings finals experience. But more than anything, he brings edge. He brings the perspective of a man who's lived through basketball's unforgiving grind and still wakes up hungry. And now the Pistons, this young, gritty team, get to learn from one of the NBA's toughest survivors. Detroit didn't just get a shooter. They got a mindset. And if that razor's edge stays sharp, it might just slice through the rebuild years faster than anyone expected. If you believe in Duncan's comeback story, smash that like button. If you're rooting for Detroit's youth movement, hit subscribe and drop a comment with your prediction for the Pistons this season. And as always, stay locked in for more stories that go beyond the stats.